we came back, finished season 7. Incredible run on the show. And Sonny Quinn really opened a ton of doors for me in this sort of action world. The everyman that sort of, the John McClane. It's really something.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that journey, that this was sort of, and I believe Sonny Quinn, I feel, is the first time I ever feel like I feel like I've just taken my first stride.
Yeah.
In the business. This was like an amazing. They wrote incredible stuff for me. I'm incredibly grateful to writers and the whole production team, Chris Chulak and everybody, for what they created for me.
Did you get much say in the script at all, or it's just you trusted them anyway?
Yeah, no, I don't think I
didn't need to.
No, it was there. I think they got some of the because of my dyslexia. Some people are very precious over their words, but the way my brain works. And I have somebody that works with me and stuff like that. But, I think some people take it a little too seriously. And, as long as the intent's there.
For sure.
And you are putting in things. But there was definitely some people there that oh, there's dyslexia. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
do you know how many people in this room have dyslexia?
Yeah, it was so
probably a quarter at least.
But I worked my ass off, and it's the one show that I can look back at and be like, I left everything
on the table.
I poured my heart out into that
awesome.
show, and I'm so proud of it. And it means more than anything. We were just at SHOT Show and meeting the fans at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
And you'll have grown men I'll be talking to, and they'll break down and cry, and I'll get teared up.
Yeah.
With them talking about something that I did in the show, or something that happened that really sort of helped them, or how the show did. And I mean, the show is still number 1 on Paramount.
Yeah.
And, and it always has been. It's an amazing piece. It's the most successful military drama of all time.
Wow.
And as it should be. And I think from, Dave Boreanaz, he led the charge. If it wasn't for him at the beginning, because there was this sort of a military show. There's 3 other military shows I think that launched. It was a helicopter one, then there was this other one with Anne Heche and us. Mm-hmm. And I really believe David Boreanaz, because of who he is, and he's one of the most successful television actors of all time. He was a real force in us getting sold in all these other territories, because it's a nonpartisan show. It wasn't a political show.
Yeah.
And military guys aren't. And we really told the stories of so much the battle on the field, but the battle at home, and the invisible
and internally.
Yeah, the invisible wounds of war.
Right.
And really showcase them. We had real team guys that were in the writers' room that were on set with us. And if you watch SEAL Team, it's only told from our POV. You're never with the bad guys. So which is something I don't think a TV show's ever done before. So when we see the bad guys is when the audience does. There's no if they're bad guys here, we've just shot our POV, we don't cover
from their point.
It's just our POV.
Yeah.
Which a lot of directors, when they came into day play, they would get really confused. They're like, we don't no. And then a lot of our tech advisors, like Tyler Gray and Ryan Sangster and Mark Simos and all these guys, would just stand and be like, no. And Chulak was very good with allowing our vets to have the last call with our guest directors, and really if they didn't think it was something that was true to what the unit would do, they had the ability to be like, we wouldn't do that, no matter what happened. So they were very good. A lot of times studios and stuff, they do the bait and switch.
Right.
And they're like, oh, you signed that piece of paper, we can do whatever the fuck we want. CBS, Paramount, and the team that we had, I will say, were true to the guys in the storytelling and allowed that, which was very admirable. So my hat off to them, and I think it came across. And the little details that counted of how our kits looked. Justin Melnick really was a key player in that. He doesn't get the credit that he should get, but just the detail of how everything, like so many guys that were in special operations would be turned off. They said, I would watch military shows and I'd look at the kit and I'd turn it off because it would irritate me.
Yeah.
Because they take such pride and it's so personalized. And Justin was so, I didn't understand it at the beginning. I'm like, why is he so detailed? He's like, trust me, this is, but everything that, whatever they were running at the time, we would have on a, which is really cool. So looking back, it changed, that show forever changed my life. And it really put a lot of stuff into perspective for me on the discipline side of things.
Right.
And also just being, going from something my friend Dawson says all the time, going from selfish to selfless.
Yeah.
And having to say you're going to serve your country, it's something greater than you, that you love something so much that you're willing to die for it.
Right.
Because of how great this country is. And I'm an immigrant to this country.
Yeah.
And this is the greatest country in the world, hands down. I would not be sitting here. I would not have the life that I have.
Right.
I would not have met my wife. I came here with nothing, and I've built something that I hope continues to grow and build. And I hope that, my kids will benefit off that, and their kids will benefit off that. And there's no other country. There's not one. And sure, we can be divided on this and all this political bullshit that is so driven right now. And there's so much separation, especially in the entertainment industry, where it's just like, I identify as an American.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't care about your political party.
Yeah.
You be you, I'll be me. At the end of the day, I want to take care of what's good in my house,
Yeah.
what's good for my kids,
Yeah.
and be a good human being.
Yeah.
Be open and open-minded always, and understand everybody's journey. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make decisions that are best for my family, and everybody should just do that.
Yeah.
And allow everybody to live their life. So much is, everybody just gets so upset about what everybody else is doing when you should just worry about your own shit.
Yeah.
That Mark Owen said there's a 3-foot rule. Just only worry about the 3 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
And to handle that, if you can control that 3 feet in front of you,
Yeah.
you're good.
Well, there's a saying in the Bible which is to worry about the log in your own eye before worrying about the speck in the others.
Yeah.
And we all are guilty of, especially when you're in a marriage or anything like that, like picking on this and that. But I try to remember that as much as possible because we've all got our own stuff that we have to deal with first. So let's look at that.